Hello, everybody. I am back with our weekly live show called Streaming Now, where we bring you the best of entertainment being served on OTT platforms every week. If you've been watching this show, this one is dedicated to all the movies, series that is coming out on streaming platforms every week. We take a look at all the titles coming out on Z5, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Disney Plus Hotstar, etc., etc., and draw up a list to give you all the details on each title so that you don't have to do your own research to figure out what you want to watch every week. So let's get into today's list. I have Yashoda, the Samantha Ruth Prabhu film, which has had its digital release today. Dr. G, the Ayushmann Khurrana film that also came out some time ago in theaters, which is out now on OTT. Blurr, a brand new film starring Taapsee Pannu that is out on OTT only. Faadu, a new series starring Sayami Kher and Pavel Gulati. Cat, another series headlined by Randeep Hooda. Some Hollywood titles like Christmas is Cancelled and Something from Tiffany's, and a Korean drama called Forbidden Marriage. So let's get into the details now about each of these titles. We'll first talk about Yashoda. It's a Telugu action thriller film written and directed by Hari Harish. It stars Samantha in the titular role, alongside Unni Mukundan, Varalaxmi Sarath Kumar, and Murali Sharma. The film narrates the story of a woman, Yashoda, played by Samantha Ruth Prabhu, who agrees to join a surrogate program out of desperation to find her missing sister. Things start to go haywire when certain revelations about this high-end surrogate facility come into light. Yashoda is a story of female grit and power. The movie has gotten a lot of love so far after it released in theaters, with audiences across the country appreciating the film's story and Samantha's powerful performance. It was released in theaters on 11th November. It received mixed reviews and was fairly commercially successful at the box office. And it's out now on OTT for all of you to watch. If you have not been able to catch it in theaters so far, it has released on Amazon Prime Video in Telugu with Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, and Malayalam dubs. Next on the list is Dr. G, the Ayushmann Khurrana movie. It is out. It is going to release on Netflix on December 11. This one is a comedy drama. It's directed by Anubhuti Kashyap and stars Ayushmann Khurrana, Rakul Preet Singh, and Shefali Shah in the major roles. It basically follows the struggle of a male doctor played by Ayushmann, who's interested in orthopedics but instead has to become a gynecologist. He's training to be a doctor and is the only male doctor in the gynecology department. And he's kind of struggling to come to terms with the fact that he's a man in a woman's domain. He's not very comfortable with the profession he's been given. His patients don't have confidence in him. He doesn't have confidence in himself. And all of this leads to various comic situations. Shefali Shah plays his mentor who asks him to lose the male touch and not think about his gender because he's a doctor, so his gender should not matter. So that's basically the struggle of Ayushmann's role in this movie called Dr. G. It was released theatrically on 14th October and received fairly positive reviews from critics and a decent run at the box office as well. So again, if you have not been able to catch it in the theaters, definitely go for this one on Netflix when it releases on December 11th. Then the next title on our list is Blurr, a new movie on Z5. This is a OTT release only. It's a horror thriller film that has been directed by Ajay Bal. It stars Taapsee Pannu and Gulshan Devaiya in the leading roles. This is also Taapsee's first project as a producer. The film is the official Hindi remake of the Spanish film Julia's Eyes. If you've watched it, then you know what it is about. The concept of Blurr is fairly interesting. The story kind of revolves around Gayatri, who faces two massive turns in her life: the death of her twin sister and her eyesight weakening with every passing day. So it is initially believed that her sister Gautami, also played by Taapsee because they're twin characters, Gautami took her own life since she also lost her eyesight. But while Gayatri is trying to figure out the real truth behind her sister's death, she smells something fishy and kind of takes off on a journey to discover the truth. And that leads to various other revelations. There are more murders along the way. It's set in the hills and it looks like a fairly dark thriller from the trailer, as far as I could gather. So This one is an out and out thrilling ride. So for fans of thrillers, this is definitely worth a watch. Also, interestingly, Taapsee, since she plays one of the protagonists of the film who's visually impaired, she shot part of the movie blindfolded to get the character right. So, that speaks volumes of the dedication she has for her role. And of course, we know as Taapsee and Gulshan Devaya to be powerhouse performers. So, this film will definitely be worth a watch on OTT this week. Then we'll talk about a new web series which is out on Sony Live called Faadu, a love story. It is directed by Ashwini Iyer Tiwari, quite a celebrated director. Pavel Gulatia and Sayami Kher in the roles of Abhay and Manjari. So Abhay is basically a man desperate to change the life he was born into and kind of gambles with it out of overconfidence and desperation. He's a fairly intelligent man who's confident that he'll be able to change his fate within like a short period of time. And he meets this woman in college, played by Sammy Kher, who finds poetry in the most abject of situations. And together they're trying to find their happily ever after, but reality is constantly challenging them. So it's a bit of a struggle for them to kind of keep their bond together, but also at the same time, change the situations that they were born in, earn more money, and live a better life. So Sammy and Pavel's characters, Abhay and Manjari, are fairly opposite in their nature. Manjari accepts reality the way it is and kind of finds beauty in it, while Abhay is, hell bent on changing it quickly and as soon as possible, and he's always looking for shortcuts and cutting corners to kind of get where he wants to, and not following the conventional path that a person who's gotten a fair enough education would try. He comes from the slums and he is very determined to change his situation for himself and his family as soon as possible. Pavel's role is an ambitious and intelligent man who lives in the Kanjurmarg slum in Mumbai, and he wants to go from rags to riches faster than time. Sammy Kher's Manjari, like I said, is a more romantic character who's a literature enthusiast, finds poetry in everything. And, Abhay also goes through a lot of, unfortunate situations in his life where he loses his mother to cancer for lack of proper funds, and he would have, probably provided him with better medical facilities if he had the means, but unfortunately he doesn't. His brother is an alcoholic and, fairly good for nothing. Then his father rides an auto rickshaw, so his means are also meager. So he's basically, as the younger son of the family, is trying to change their fate and change their situation as soon as possible, and trying to come up with various tricks and ways to, get to a lot of money in less amount of time. But in this process, he kind of loses focus from family, from the bond that he has with his wife, Manjari. And while she's trying to hold on to his authentic self, he's changing fast as he's trying to, chase his dreams and his ambition. So basically, will their love story survive this changing situation? Or will they be able to, will they, part ways? So basically, that's the question that Faadu deals with. And it's an 11 episode series out on Sony Live. So it's a bit of a slow burn. So if you patiently watch it, you'll probably be able to enjoy it towards the, from the halfway through, it kind of picks up pace and there are interesting events happening. So you could definitely catch this one and, and figure out if you like it or not. It could end up, various people might have different kinds of reactions to this one. It's a fairly interesting subject. So check it out for yourself to make your opinion. That is it about Faadu. I'll move on to the next title. This one is a brand new crime drama series called Cat, out on Netflix today. It is an 8 episode series directed by Balwinder Singh Janjua. Like I said, it's a crime drama set against the backdrop of the drug situation in Punjab. So Cat in Punjab refers to infiltrators planted by the police in rebel groups during the height of the separatist insurgency in the state decades ago. So in this show, it's the story of one such retired cat, Gurnam Singh, played by Randeep Hooda, who has basically left that world behind, but now to save his brother from a tricky situation, he has to he's called back into that kind of that dark place as his role as a cat. And this time he has to infiltrate a major drug ring in Punjab that kind of puts his life at risk. And not only does he have to face danger, but he also has to deal with a dark past and many difficult situations. So if you are looking for a crime drama situation, and something like a Urta Punjab is something that you are interested in, with way more action and special forces involved, then this one is definitely probably something that you should check out. Cat also stars Randeep Hooda, Hasleen Kaur, Geeta Agarwal, Daksh Ajit Singh, Suvinder Vicky, Sukhvinder Chahal, Danish Sood, Jaipreet Singh, KP Singh, Kavya Thapar. So it's a ensemble cast, and also they speak majorly Punjabi in the show. So again, that's like a refreshing change, where you have like a vernacular language as the main language being spoken through a series. So it could be an interesting watch, definitely. Cat is out now on Netflix, so do check it out if this is a genre that interests you. Another genre that interests a lot of us lately, and I am definitely a big fan of, is of course K-drama, and we have a brand new K-drama which is out on Prime Video today. So basically, the story goes like, all weddings in Joseon, this country, have been put on hold for the past 7 years because the country needs to choose a new crown princess. Because of this, marriage for the next 7 years has been made illegal for all young men and women in the country. So a tea shop owner, who's also like a fake matchmaker called Soda, is responsible for duping young people and even the king, before he's finally apprehended. For reasons unknown, she's able to leave the palace and ends up working as a maid for the royal family. Despite the passage of 7 years, Lee Hon, the king, has not been able to get over the death of the crown princess. And hearing one day that the spirit of the late crown princess resides in Sorang, he goes there to talk to her. Will Lee Hon, the king, going to be successful in finding a new crown princess? We'll have to watch the show to find out. Forbidden Marriage features actors like Park Joo-hoon, Kim Yong-dae, Kim Min-joo in pivotal roles, and it's streaming on Prime Video from today onwards. That's 9th December. So do go check it out if you're a K-drama fan, definitely. Then I'll come to two international titles. One is, again, a Christmas movie called Christmas is Cancelled. It's out on Lionsgate Play, directed by Prarthana Mohan. And this is a family drama revolving around a 29-year-old Emma, played by Haley Orantia, who finds out that her widowed 52-year-old dad, played by the very handsome Dermot Mulroney, has been dating her high school nemesis. I mean, she freaks out and embarks on a hilarious, no-holds-barred mission to break them up during their annual family Christmas festivities. So this one seems like a lot of family drama within itself, and like is expected from all Christmas movies. So do definitely check it out if this is something that interests you. Another title on Amazon Prime Video is called Something from Tiffany's. It's a film that revolves around a classic Christmas gift mix-up that causes two couples to cross paths in the most unexpected ways and changes their lives forever. It also has a star-studded cast, including Zoe Deutsch, Kendrick Sampson, Shay Mitchell, and Ray Nicholson. Something from Tiffany's is based on Melissa Hill's novel of the same name and is directed by Daryl Wayne. The film also is Reese Witherspoon's return as a producer. So, I mean, definitely this one also seems like an interesting title to watch. So do check it out on Amazon Prime Video. It's out today. That kind of brings me to the end of my list for today. I'll just go through the titles that I mentioned. One is definitely Yashoda, Samantha Ruth Prabhu's film. It's out on OTT now. Dr. G, the Ayushmann Khurrana film, the comedy, which is also out on OTT today. Blurr, a thriller starring Taapsee Pannu. It's her first production. It's a thriller. Definitely do check it out. Seems like an interesting watch. Faadu is a new series, a bit of a slow burner, starring Sayami Kher and Pavel Gulati, directed by Ashwini Iyer Tiwari, who's always delivered on her promises. So Faadu could be an interesting watch as well. Cat is another series headlined by Randeep Hooda. It's a crime drama set in Punjab against, drug trafficking and all of that as the backdrop. And Randeep Hooda has definitely done a great job. The reviews are really good in his favor. So this is definitely if crime drama is a genre, definitely do check it out. And then we have holiday movies like Christmas is Cancelled and Something from Tiffany's as international releases, and a Korean drama called Forbidden Marriage with a very interesting and quirky concept. So that's about it on my list for today. And do let us know how many of them have you been able to watch or were you interested in. And we will be back with a brand new list next week on Friday, 5 p.m. as usual, the same time on Streaming Now. This is Bodhi signing off for today. Thank you so much.